What is going on, guys? Welcome to episode 3 of the Condo of Horrors. If you're just tuning in for the first time, my name is Hugo. My girlfriend Isa and I are architects, and we take on these kind of renovation projects on the side. This was a condo that was in disrepair. It was stacked full of garbage all over the place, and we're hoping to put it on the market once it's all fixed up and cleaned up.
In the last video, we got most of the rough drywall installed, and now we have to get everything ready for paint. When painting, the prep work is always a lot longer than the actual painting. In this condo, we had a lot of prep work. It was patch after patch. If you remember from the first video, this wall was covered in mirror tiles, and each one left a few holes in the drywall. These needed multiple layers of plaster and sanding. Another big job was the priming. There is a lot of bare mud and drywall, so all that needs to be primed. I also suspect the old paint to be oil paint, so in order to avoid problems down the line, I gave all the old walls a quick coat of primer.
I think the plan for today is that while Darcy the mudder works on the walls, I am going to start the ceilings. The ceilings are all good to go. I have the paint right here behind me, and yeah, I'm just about to start that. Well, we don't come upstairs much, but we're still trekking away up here. The ceilings are fully painted downstairs, so now I'm moving on to the ceilings upstairs.
Another huge part of the prep work was getting the walls and doors cleaned. Clearly, the previous owner made sure to get as much gunk on everything as possible. There were spills and stains on every surface in this place. Isa tackled that job while I was painting the ceilings. This was a crucial step in the prep work because any stains on trim or walls will show through the paint and the primer.
Alright, we're running out of daylight. Isa's really tired. The doors have all been cleaned. All the little holes have been patched. We just gotta do a quick primer and this place will get new paint. Once it does get new paint, I think this whole place will be transformed. Do you have anything to say, Darth Vader?
Yep. I'll give $20 to the person that wants to lick this. $20.
You can see here that the entire ground floor is done. This is 2-3 coats on most of the ground floor here, so it looks really good. This really looks like a completely different space, but we still have upstairs to do. So we still have the doors left. So that's one thing we're gonna do today is take all the doors down and attempt to paint them. One thing is that now this place is a complete mess and I hate working in clutter. So we're gonna do a quick cleaning this morning before proceeding to stuff. And hopefully we could just kind of move on with the paint. I find that the cleanup isn't only useful for not being cluttered, the ease of walking around, but even psychologically when you're working on a place, when everything's messy, the project seems so overwhelming. But when you do a nice cleanup, it feels like there's kind of light at the end of the tunnel. So that's why once in a while, maybe once a week, I like to do a massive cleanup, get kind of back to a blank slate, and then we can keep going. So now that it's all clean, let's get back to painting. Now that the upstairs has a single coat, I brought down all the doors. So I removed them from upstairs down here, all the closets, and I brought them all down here since this is all painted, and I laid them flat on the walls. I'm going to take this opportunity to give these slab doors a quick coat, and then I'm going to go back upstairs and let this dry for a little bit, and then we'll come back and do a second coat. Probably another night I'll come back, flip them over, and then do the backside. For this, again, I'm using a Sherwin-Williams product. This is not sponsored by Sherwin-Williams. I wish it was. If you guys want to pay for this paint, feel free to contact me. But this is super paint and primer in one, in a velvet finish for these doors. So it's not quite matte, but it's not quite glossy. And we're using a really interesting color. You'll see it's called Cornwall Slate. So like in our house, in our basement apartment, we like to give these all white spaces a little bit of contrast with the doors. So this is kind of a light gray with a tint of green. Check it out.
Now for a quick cost breakdown. As always, these prices will vary a lot by contractor and region. However, it should give you an idea of how much it would cost to hire a painter, or how much you would save if you did it yourself like we did. We had approximately 3,100 square feet of wall area and 1,015 square feet of ceiling area. The entire place has 8-foot ceilings. To prep the walls prior to painting, we're looking at about 25 cents per square foot. For walls, you're looking at around $1 per square foot, paint excluded. Ceilings are a bit trickier and usually more expensive the taller they are. We're counting $1.50 per square foot here. We used Sherwin-Williams products for both the walls and the ceilings. On the walls, we used about 10 gallons, give or take, of Promar 200 in a low sheen finish. We used a product called Eminence on the ceilings and needed about 5 gallons of that. You always have miscellaneous products such as mud, sandpaper, sanding sponges, rollers, etc. So throw in about an extra $100 here to cover that. The trim was painted the same color, so I bulked that in with the walls. I didn't count the door in this list, but you can expect to pay another couple of $100 to get those done depending on the amount of doors in the house. All in all, paint is usually pretty expensive. As you can see, it's a big line item here. The job ended up costing around $62.50 Canadian, which is around 5,000 US dollars for about 1,000 square feet.
Upstairs, downstairs, so that's going to be the end of this video. We're just finalizing the final coat of paint on the doors downstairs right now, but you'll have to tune into the next video to see how that all turns out. We'll install the doors, new hardware, so it's going to look really nice. So anyways, we'll see you guys in the next video.
So if you like our trials and tribulations, please like this video, write a comment if you want to say something to us. Subscribe to the channel and click on the bell to get notifications.